So this is back to the example problem from Monday, I guess, a week ago. Um, and it's a truss problem. Where we have a pin joint over here, um, an equilateral triangle of 1 meter long members, and a 1,000 Newton force this way. All these lengths are 1 meter. All the angles are 60 degrees. Um, what are the external loads on each member? Um, and so the first time through, so we're like halfway or whatever through a rigid body approach. This is a general approach. So something doesn't have to be a truss for this to work. It'll work for anything. And we have, okay, let me give the, so I called this A, B on top, C over here, and then the members I called 1, 2, 3. And free body diagram of 1. I'm going to draw the free body diagrams, and I'm also going to show what's happening at the joints in like a side view. Member 2. Okay, so at joint A, from the side, we have um, so that's the ground, and it's connected to member 1. And the pin is part of member 1, just because that's the way I'm doing the bookkeeping. I'm saying that the pin is part of the lowest numbered member at every joint. So there's 1, 2, and then here's the ground. And then at joint B from the side, we have member 1 and member 3. And we have the 1,000 Newton force applied to the pin. The pin's part of member 1. This is member 3. Please stop me if you have any questions about what I'm drawing here. You can do this without these assumptions about what the pin's connected to, but it just adds more equations and more. So, and the last one is the joint C. And the joint C, we have member 2 connected to member 3, and then member 2 we'll think of as also connected to that roller that's in contact with the ground. So this is member 2, this is member 3. Based on that, we can do the free body diagrams. So for member 1, down here at A in the lower left, member 1 is in contact with member 2, and it's in contact with the ground. So I'll write that as F on 1 by 2, and also R. That's the reaction with the ground. And then up at the top, that's point B. And at joint B, member 1 is only in well, no, it's not. It's in contact with member 3. So there's a force on 1 by 3. And there's also a 1,000 Newton force because that's applied to the pin. And that's it for member 1. And then member 2 on the left side, that's joint A. So at joint A, what is member 2 in contact with? Look at that side view. Everybody's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just one, right? Not the ground. So this is the force on 2 by 1, or negative F12. And then over on the other side, that's joint C. What's member 2 in contact with over there? The ground and 3, that's right. So this is F23, and then the contact from the ground, I don't know what I call that. I'll call that N. Okay, we got the equations associated with those. Each one of these is a rigid body, so it's 3 equations. It's a 2-dimensional rigid body, so 3 equations for each one, so 6 total equations. And where we left off, we have 6 equations for 9 variables. And now we're going to isolate member 3. Okay, so up at the top, that's joint B. What's 3 in contact with at B? Just 1, and that 1,000 Newton force does not touch it. That comes through the reaction. So this is the force on 3 by 1. I'm sure I must already have F13, so this is negative F13. And then down at joint C, what's 3 in contact with? Only 2. Yep. And so that's negative F23. And then just for bookkeeping, I'll write out the row vector, force vector, the moment vector. And it doesn't matter what we call the about point, I'll put it there. So first, for negative F23, the row vector is 0. Force vector is negative F23x, negative F23y. Cross product is 0. And then negative F13, the row vector is negative 0.5, positive 0.866. The force vector is negative F13x, negative F13y. And the cross product is 0.5 F13y plus 0.866 F13x. And so Newton's second law says negative F23x, negative F23y plus negative F13x, negative F13y is equal to zeros. And then the moment equation says 0.866 F13x plus 0.5 F13y is equal to 0. And now I can put this all in a big, now we didn't add any new variables. So now we have 9 equations for 9 unknowns. And so to use reduced row echelon form to solve that, we need 9 rows and 10 columns. So this is the augmented matrix. For equations, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And for variables, we have F12x, F12y, F13x, F13y, F23x, F23y, Rx, Ry, N, and then the constants. So I'm just going to fill this in. We have to fill this in because we have to solve it. I don't have the answer here in front of me. You might ask why I didn't just use the example that I have in my notes sitting right in front of me. Why did I make up this new problem instead? I don't know. Okay, so equation 1, F13s, we have 13x, we have 1, F12x, we have 1, Rx, we have 1, and the constant is negative 1,000. Equation 2, F13y, we have 1, F12y, we have 1, Ry, we have 1, and the constant is 0. Anything I'm not filling in, just leave it. It just means it's 0. Equation 3, F12x, we have 0.866. F12y, we have negative 0.5. Rx, we have 0.866. Ry, we have negative 0.5. And no constants. Equation 4, F12x, we have negative 1. F23x, we have 1. And everything else is 0. Equation 5, F12y, negative 1. F23y, 1. Normal, 1. Equation 6, F12y, 1, and everything else is 0. These are all zeros. And then what we just did. So for equation 7, F23x, we have negative 1. F13x, we have -1. And then 0, constant. Equation 8, F23y, -1. F13y, -1. And 0, constant. And then the last one, F13x, 0.866. F13y, 0.5. Everything else is 0. So if a couple people would do this calculation so we can hopefully sort of troubleshoot things, that would be great. He's retired at least or dead, but I don't know what happens to the firm, I think my first year at Normandale, I was teaching a class on the 1-year anniversary of that. And I mentioned it to the class, and one of the kids came up. It was like a 2-hour class, so we did like a little break in the middle. And he's like, I was on that bridge, and I'm like, what? And he like went to the computer and pulled up this image of him with no shirt on, standing next to his friend, and they're both just covered in like dust. They're like totally white, and they'd been in a car that actually went into the river. He's like, there's rumbling, and then they're like, hurry, 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 and there was nowhere to go, and they just like rode the thing down into the river, and somehow they both lived. And crazy. Yeah, I mean, and they sent, it was his friend's car, and they like a month later or whatever, a bill showed up at his friend's house to pull his car out of the river. They tried to, and then like obviously like that was considered pretty inappropriate, so they sort of backed off that one. Oh, okay, yes. Sorry about that. I'm sure I could have figured it out eventually, but
no, that's fine.
Do you have a pen on you?
No, you can just use this red one. And then right here. And then
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Do you need extra time for it? I can't remember. Okay. Do you need it for the one today too? Oh, then I need to go down there with you. I just put it in the regular testing. I'll be there in the next 5 minutes. Okay, thanks. Yep. Okay. Hi. Okay. I just want to make sure that. Okay. Thanks. Hi. Yeah, how's it going?
Doing good. After last semester, I realized that I probably keep my syllabuses for easier transfer my credits.
When you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I accidentally threw it.
Okay, great. Can you just send me an email and I'll just email it to you?
Oh yeah.
It's probably easier electronic, and then you can just email it to them.
Okay.
Where are you?
Nowhere.
Oh, nowhere yet.
Yeah.
So it's for applying or whatever.
For
Okay.
if I need to.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Good idea.
Sure.
All right. See ya.